tell me about your weekend.
The weekend was nice. I went to see my girlfriend, and the other day we went to the to cinema to watch the film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Ah,
because it was quite popular on the news. So I learned a little bit about that story because, like, I didn't know about like all that stuff, but
okay.
I learned a little bit about hippies
Okay.
and
Let's
about
pause here. Let's pause here because your voice is very forward. So
uh, uh,
let's open it up like you're happy.
yeah, and it was such a great movie. I've enjoyed it, and like
Uh-huh.
it really drove me crazy. Once, like, have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so I don't want to make any spoilers, but I'm telling you, like, this is one hell of a movie.
Well, fantastic. Okay. And what did you like about it the most?
Uh, well, at first, it was just like a piece of art, like great dialogues, great scenes, like pretty much what Quentin Tarantino is famous for. But after that, I was really like excited, like it really got me emotional. So I
Oh.
learned a little bit about story, about so, and I felt like the film was sort of tribute to the Hollywood of 60s. So
Uh-huh.
Quentin Tarantino did a great job of researching, of watching the series actors, and he understood the struggle and the feeling that these actors went through when they were becoming like less popular or and like replaced by new actors.
Mm-hmm.
So like and Leo DiCaprio, of course, like sense that too. So it's much more than we actually see on the screen. That's the like it made me to learn about the the whole like, period of time for
Mm-hmm.
the studios for Hollywood. So and that's I think that what movies should do, like let us know the world we haven't like heard about or seen,
Mm-hmm.
just expand our you know
Okay.
vision. So,
Fantastic. All right, well, let's work on some words. If you open up your chat, I can just go ahead and write the words in there. So,
okay.
tell me, what is wrong with this sentence? And please forgive my spelling. I know I'm an English teacher, but my spelling is rotten. I used to be a good speller. I don't know what
Texas.
happened. I got old.
You just you learning from us from our mistakes.
I must be, yeah.
You accumulating them.
Okay, can you see
That's
something
the
wrong?
price you pay.
That is the price I pay.
Yeah, well,
What am I missing in that sentence?
well, we went. Well, we went to the cinema. To the cinema.
We're
I'm
missing
not
the
sure.
article, the. We went to the cinema. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was really debating what should I say because I know that like I play piano, for example, or I play basketball. I don't use
Yeah. Oh, we
any.
could talk about that too. So like with sports, we don't use an article. I play basketball, and with music, of course, I you can't Music, you have some more flexibility. You could say I play the piano or I play piano. You can do it either way. But other things, without an article, no article would be school. I went to school.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
I went to work.
Prison.
Oops, I went to prison. Oops, I just wrote went, not work. I went to work. I went to prison. Well, that's a good one. I haven't thought about that one. I went to prison. Yes, the saying in the city is, this is terrible. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting someone that has not been in prison.
It can swim. I think I understood that.
Yeah. So it make woo woo, and here's your cat. Woo woo, pow.
uh,
You
maybe.
you can't swing a dead cat without hitting someone who has not been in prison.
Oh,
That means
oh,
everyone's
that's
been to prison. Yeah.
yeah. Like just recently, I've seen some statistics that the U.S. has the highest number of people in prison who's
It's
ever been in prison.
terrible. And some people are in prison for silly reasons too. I mean,
Yeah,
they're not dangerous at all. And so I think the president's working with prison reform, but there's so many things to fix. So I
yeah,
don't
and
know.
there are also some companies that benefit from cheap prisoners' labor.
Mm-hmm.
So and they lobby in some laws.
Yeah. 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 I've seen lots of different stories about people that have been in prison, and yeah, it's very sad. Anyway, okay. So we have the word cinema. Now, in the United States, we know what the cinema is, but we usually say the movies. So if you want to sound more American, you would say, I went to the movies.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But we do know what the cinema is. We just don't prefer to say it.
Yeah, it's just American way.
Okay. Okay. And I noticed you had trouble with this word, spoilers. So let's work on that. Spoil,
Spoil,
spoil, spoil,
spoil, spoil,
spoilers.
spoiler, spoilers,
Mm-hmm.
spoilers,
Spoilers, spoilers. Okay, so
spoilers,
since your
spoilers.
voice wants to go forward, think of it. It's mental. Think of it here. Think of your voice here. Okay, not necessarily
Spoilers.
smiling all the time. And I did notice you had the little smile, and that was good. Okay, but when you do this, it makes a natural little smile. Mm, yep. So think of it.
Spoilers.
Whatever works for
Yeah.
you. Spoilers, spoilers. Of course, in Texas, we couldn't say this
Well,
because Texans don't know how to say oi.
spoil.
Texans can't say.
Really?
I didn't tell you that. They would.
You told me.
Yeah, they say oh. So they would say spoilers in Texas.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoiler.
Oh, spoilers.
Yeah. Spoilers. Spoilers.
Spoy,
Well,
oi,
they just
oi,
don't.
oi. Yeah. Okay. And how would you say this?
Art.
That's better. Art. 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 Art.
Art. Art.
Mm-hmm. Art.
Art.
Art. Oh,
Art.
art.
Art. Art.
Okay.
Art.
How would you say this?
Film.
Film. Now you're
Film.
getting, I could see it now. Now you're getting into the routine. Yeah. Your face even looks different. Yeah. Because before you were very forward and
Well,
you're
I
delicate. Now your face
yeah.
looks
Well,
bright.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just don't prepare my stand-ups. So when I'm saying that, I'm occupied with generating the words,
Uh-huh.
like just I don't know. Perhaps I just need to speak more and get easier with that
Have you
because
have you been practicing?
well, I do practice, but I don't have actual speaking practice. So
Oh,
I could train that process of improvising with my speech.
yes, yes. You need to be recording yourself, whether on the computer or on your phone, playing it back, listening and looking for areas to improve. Yeah. Hey, I'm talking to the choir because I have to do the same thing in Spanish.
Uh,
That's the air. I just gave you an idiom. I'm talking to the choir is the idiom. I'm talking to the choir. That means, the choir is a group of people that sing. Hmm.
um,
And when the and
I
when the director tries to give the choir instruction, he should do it himself also. So I'm talking to the choir, meaning I need to do the same thing because I'm studying Spanish. And I don't. I'm so bad.
well, yeah,
I know. It's just
I
like with everything.
appreciate honesty.
It's like we got so many things going on in life. What has to go? Okay, so art, film, and I noticed you had trouble with this word.
Tribute.
Tribute. Tribute.
Tribute.
Yeah.
Tribute.
Otherwise, it turns out as tribute, and that would be strange.
Tribute.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Tribute.
Okay.
Tribute.
So with these two words together, these two next words together, how can you have an open sound? Because they is kind of closed and were is kind of closed. How can you think of that as open?
Um, Combining them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's say it really slowly. They were. They were.
They
Uh-huh. Good.
they were.
They
They were.
were. So I'm seeing your mouth going were. We don't want were, we want were. Were. So instead of your mouth going
Were.
in, which
Were.
is difficult because W is very in. So instead of your mouth going
Were.
in, think of it as instead of W going in, think of W as going out. Were. Were. Were.
Were.
Uh-huh.
Were.
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 Was.
Were.
Was.
Were.
What? What?
Was.
What?
Was. Were. Was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm still hearing this. Is it
Were.
is it were or
What?
where? See my mouth?
What?
What?
Were.
What? What?
What?
What?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Were.
Where?
Were.
Where?
Were. Were.
Okay, yeah. So on the
Were.
were,
Were.
remember the R makes
Were.
itself. Don't force the R. Don't force the R.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Were. Were. Were.
Where?
Were.
So let's hear
Were.
with your
Were. Were.
tongue there touching your top molar. So let's go and think of the air going over your vocal cords and over your tongue. Where? Now let's do ah, ah, R. See how the R makes itself? All you got to do is touch those teeth. R,
Yes.
R, R. The only thing I'm changing is my tongue, not my jaw, not my lips. The only thing I'm changing is my tongue. R. Now let's do it. Now the hard part is starting with the were because it's very closed, followed by the So in your brain's going, It's a closed vowel sound, so the R is closed too. No, 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 no. So let's change that thought. Let's do wa. Wa, wa, war, war. War. Okay, let's do were. Then so straight without a wa. Let's go straight to the were. There you go. Yeah. So what's happening is were. The only thing that changes, my tongue is touching up here and my lips go open instead of closed. Open. Were. That's perfect. I heard it. I heard it. Uh-huh. That was perfect. Yeah. It feels strange, huh?
Yeah. I should watch that moment. That's 21st minute. 21st minute. I'm gonna find that moment and play back.
I heard it though. I heard it. You did it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I wanna hear it myself too.
They were. Okay. They were. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Yeah.
It's
right on.
It's just something that I remember it.
Yeah. All right. All right. When we say people's names, especially long and complicated names, oftentimes we naturally slow down our speech so the names can be understood, even if it's a well-known name. Because when you were saying Leonardo DiCaprio, I didn't understand what you said until I heard you say it about 3 times. Yeah.
Maybe Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, see, I didn't know at all.
I called him 3 times. And DiCaprio only 1 time.
Oh, was it only one? You see, I didn't know the other name because you said it so quickly, and then so what is the first name?
Yeah. Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin? Oh, is it Quentin?
Quentin.
Is it Quentin?
Quentin Tarantino.
Oh,
Tarantino.
okay. So, because Quentin is a name. So perhaps you weren't saying the I and Quentin. Yeah. Quentin Tarantino. Is that the name? I don't know that actor.
Oh, the Pulp Fiction. No, it's a director.
Oh. I'm bad.
Bill.
I'm bad.
Pulp.
Okay. So I don't know a lot of it. I'm terrible with names when it comes to actors and directors. There's just only so much I can remember. Quentin Tarantino. Okay. So just keep that in mind. When you have a very complicated name, you need to slow your speech down. All right. So how would you say this?
Hollywood.
Holly. Because we have your E, the ending Y is E, Holly, and we get our smile for the E. Holly. I guess today our work is on the letter W. Yeah. Holly. Wood. Just pull it down. Wood. Invisible string. Wood. wood. Now that's really it's really a dark sound. Let's work on making it brighter. So remember, it's not wood, it's wood. Open. Think of the opposite. Would, could. Would. It's just thinking the opposite. Opening instead of closing. Opening instead of closing. Would. Okay. And of course, here's a really hard one. How can you make that open instead of close?
World.
Were. It starts with were. Were. And then bring your tongue forward. World. World. Make sure you got enough space over your tongue before you hit the old. Before you hit the old. World. See how my tongue relaxes down and comes up? World. So it's kind of a dip. World. The L actually is with the tongue relaxing down and then scooping up to end the L, and the D. So it's were. Of course, I need my tongue up to make the sound, right? World. That's a hard one. That's a the like were. You're touching your teeth to guide you, right? Were. All. The only thing that's happening is my mouth is open and my tongue is very flat. Where all your tongue's doing this. Where all. Hey, that was good. I was looking for a flashlight, but I don't want you to see the inside of my mouth. That was good. You did it. So it's a lot of tongue practice. Teeth, bottom of the mouth. Teeth, bottom of the mouth. Heading for the D. All the time staying open. All the time staying open. Where all the only time your mouth closes a little bit is so you can reach that D. Where all the where all the. So your tongue is kind of doing this. Da, da, da. Now, you got a bubble in your mouth. Where. So it's not war. Where. How about this one? Cur. That might be a little easier because you're pop it out. Curled. There you go. I heard it. Curled. So let's start. Curled. Let's do this with your hand. With your mouth over. Yeah, with what we're going to do with your mouth really open. Later, you can relax it because we don't talk like this. Yeah, we don't talk with our mouth going. Wah. Yeah, but we're just doing it so you can feel the mechanics. Okay. Cur. I hear cur. Cur. Oh. Down. Get that puppy down. Old. Old. Let's work on old. Forget the because we'll get that later. Old. Oh. Old. 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 Mm-hmm.
Old.
Very good.
Old.
Very good.
Old.
That's a complicated word. You got lots of sounds going on. Your tongue's doing lots of stuff. Mm-hmm. Old. Uh-huh.
Actually, I can change the way the mouth is moving in my mouth. It can jump like from one place to another, or it can sort of flow or slide. I can make it faster or slower, like smoother, like Carl.
Well, we're practicing slowly, so you can do the same thing quickly. Okay. Remember, the slower you practice, the faster you learn. Slower you practice, the faster you learn. Yeah, like when you were learning to ride a bike, you didn't go speeding down the road right away, right? You went very slowly. Because if you tried to go quick, if you tried to go quickly, you would fall down, right?
Yeah, well, that's why I was learning to drive down the hill when I was just learning.
Yeah.
So I didn't have much of a choice. So.
I wish I was there. Okay. Let's see. What can you tell me about our last lesson's story? Do you remember the story? Can you tell me about it?
Yes, it was, well, the story is about a woman who went to the deck and saw a man who was eating a candy bar and carried a newspaper. So the woman believed that he ate her candy bar and felt very upset about it. And then when he saw him in the cafeteria where he was eating a sandwich, she came up to him and paid him back by biting his sandwich and leaving right there. So, but once she realized that her candy bar is still in the car, she felt very embarrassed and red in the face.
Yes, she was. All right. Let's work on making your sounds a little brighter. So the first one is woman. I'm noticing that a lot of your W's are sounding like V's, and a lot of your V's are sounding like W's. Yeah, just keep that in mind, except for woman, because we've been practicing that word. So we have, remember, it's, instead of going down, it's open. Woman. Man. Let's do it backwards. Man. Woo. Man. Woo. 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 Man. Woo. Man. woman.
Boo. It feels to me that double we is between we and be. So I can say woman, 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 woman,
Boo,
woman,
boo,
woman.
woo. Let's do boo, boo, boo. See how my lips pop out when I say boo, 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 boo,
Boo.
boo,
Boo.
boo,
Yeah.
boo, woo, woo, woo,
Yeah, I
boo,
see.
woo.
Boo. Boo.
So if I said boomin,
Boo.
boomin,
Boo.
it's not a word, but
Booman.
let's practice it anyway. Boomin, boomin,
Booman. Booman.
boomin.
Booman.
Now let's make it softer.
Booman.
Woman. It's the same position as b, without the puff of air. Boomin, boomin, woman, woman. Hear the difference?
Booman.
Boo,
Woman.
woo,
Boo.
boo, woo. It's the same position with the lips.
Woo.
The only difference is I'm not
Woo.
closing my mouth. Boo, woo.
Woo.
There you go.
Woo.
Woo,
Woo.
woo, woo,
Oh,
man.
it's a lot easier when I get the mechanic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, woo. Just don't close the mouth all the way.
Boo woo, boo
Yes.
woo. And you can do that as an exercise. Boo woo, boo woo, boo woo. Boo woo, boo woo, boo woo.
Woman. Woman.
Woman, woman.
Woman.
Okay. So on the word woman, I know you were saying it.
Woman.
It sounds funny to say it slowly. It's really difficult to say it slowly. So let's pick up the speed. Woman. I saw a woman.
Woman.
I saw a woman.
Woman.
So let's say that.
I
I
saw
saw
a woman.
a woman. I saw a woman.
I saw a woman.
Very
I
good.
saw a woman.
Yeah. So saw. So on saw and ah goes together. So it's like you're saying ah. I saw a woman. Saw a woman.
I saw a woman. I saw a woman.
Good.
Saw a woman.
Was she beautiful?
Was she beautiful? Was she beautiful?
Yes, she was. And the woman was me. Okay. All right. And let's do, so we got woman. Okay. How would you say this word?
Very.
Very, very.
Very.
Very, very. Yeah. Very.
Very.
Airy, very. Yeah.
Very.
There you go.
Very.
Because you said that like a W.
Very.
Okay. And we're back to this word. Where? Same position as the B. So if you said burr, 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 were, very similar. Burr, 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 were. Okay. How would you say this word?
Living.
Leaving. Need to get the v. Yeah. Leaving. Now you could say leaving if you want to, but that's what we say in Texas. I'm leaving. Bye. I'm leaving without the G. But in more areas like in the city, you would say the G. Leaving. Yeah. For you, I'd like you to practice actually saying the G. Leaving. Unless you know what region you might be going to or communicating with. I would say leaving. Yeah. Okay. And then we have these two words. Car, bar.
Car, car, bar,
The car
bar.
is far. The car is far.
The car is far. The car is far.
Okay.
The
So
car
let's smooth it out.
is far.
Car. Remember, we're going to relax those
Car,
R's instead of forcing it. Car. So I'm not doing
car,
anything really with my tongue at all. I'm pretty much just relaxing my mouth closed. Car.
car,
Car. So what's making that R sound is
car.
my jaw is relaxing up. I'm not really doing anything with my tongue. Not really. Just relaxing the jaw up. Car. So try that
Car.
without, oh yeah, without doing anything with your tongue. Just car, far. The only thing that's really
Car.
changing is my jaw.
Bar.
So yeah. So is it car or car? Hear the difference? Car, car.
Car. Car.
Yes, great. Yeah, good, good, good.
Yeah, it's very simple once you explain that. I just close my, just like raise my jaw and car.
Jaw,
Car.
jaw, jaw.
So, because before that I really pronounced R, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have to.
Well, yes, before that we were doing the thing with the teeth and the tongue just so you can feel the space in your mouth. Now we're going to the next level. So now you've got that space in there and you know how to get your tongue to sink down. So we're just going ah, ah, mm-hmm,
R,
car, far,
car,
far,
R,
mm-hmm.
R, car, car.
I got an idea. Okay. Let's see. Let's do the word. Okay, the word. Where. Now that one you do have your tongue up a little bit. Where. But to finish it, do the same as in car and far, just to relax your mouth up. Word. 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 Yes. Good. Okay, let's do this one is one that you said. Air. Let's do the vowel sounds first. Air. See how my jaw relaxes up? Air. Air. Mm-hmm. So let's do pay, per. Pay, per.
Paper.
Uh-huh.
Paper.
Very nice.
Paper.
Mm-hmm. I'm so excited for you. Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. It's magic happens.
Ah, you flatter me. Paper. Okay. Let's go back to your other word. Now that we have that in mind, we have this very difficult word. Oyer. Spoilers. That was nice. Very nicer.
Spoilers.
Good.
We get in the sucker like end in R. It's been annoying me for the last lessons, and now It's just getting closer and closer.
Mm-hmm. You're doing great. Doing very good. All right. Let's
Uh,
see. Okay, so let's go. Let's see. I'll ask you some questions from the story. How is the woman getting to Victoria?
by taking a ferry.
Mm-hmm. Very good. She's taking a ferry. Very good. That sounded nice. All right. And where does she sit down?
She sit down on the deck.
Very good. So she sits. Make sure you say it plural. She sits down.
She sits down.
Mm-hmm. Great.
She,
You sound wonderful, by the way. You sound really good. Okay. And when she sits down, what is beside her?
uh, she has a man who probably eating her candy bar. Candy bar.
Yeah, you're struggling with your R's again. Okay. Probably
Bar.
eating. Don't forget your eating. Her, her,
Eating.
eating her, eating her
Her.
candy
Eating.
bar.
Eating her
Eating
candy bar.
her
Eating
candy.
her candy.
Yeah, so I'm still hearing
Candy bar.
is it candy bar or candy
Candy
bar?
bar.
R, R,
Candy bar.
bar.
Candy bar.
Relax it. Yeah, relax it.
Mm,
Candy
bar.
bar. Okay.
Candy bar.
Uh-huh. Candy
Candy
bar.
bar. Candy
Bar.
bar. Candy
Okay.
bar.
Very
Candy
good.
bar. Candy bar.
Okay. Where is the woman's car?
Uh, I guess she parked outside the deck.
Mm-hmm. Pa, pa, parked. Parked.
Park. Park.
There you go.
Park.
Parked.
Park.
Mm-hmm.
Park. Park.
She
Park.
parked outside the deck.
Park.
Remember your little space.
Outside.
Your little space. She parked outside the deck.
Park. Outside the deck.
Oh, that's much better. That's much better. That made you brighter. Can you say it for me again? I want to listen.
She parked outside the deck.
Good. She parked outside the deck. She parked outside the deck.
She parked outside the deck.
Mm-hmm.
She parked outside the deck. Yes.
Yes, she did. Okay. Why does the woman take a bite of the man's sandwich?
Because she wanted revenge.
Dum dum dum. She did. She wanted revenge. Revenge. Uh-huh. Okay, that was a great answer, by the way. Okay, and so later, why is the woman red in the face?
She found out that her accusations for the man were false.
Yes.
And she just was rude to him biting his sandwich.
Yes, he was rude. Accusations. Okay, we're gonna have to work on that next time. All right. Can you tell me 2 takeaways for today?
Well, they are similar in the sense that I learned how to connect my muscle movements with the actual sounds I produce. So these movements were not closing my lips when I say W. So I'm saying it what. Well, I felt how to do it right, but well, when I was speaking, I was, you know, I could get, too occupied by something else. So I was forgetting that. But now I can just remind me to not close my lips, and it's easier when I know what exactly I have to do. So and the second one was ending R. So I already knew that R makes itself, but now I connect it to the closing my jaw. So car.
The relaxing.
Car.
I'd rather
And
say relaxing the jaw, because if you're closing the jaw, it makes it hard. But relaxing the jaw is natural.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, very good. I'm going to post your notes on your. I'm sorry, say again.
Just I used to have that vibration while speaking R. So now I just know it and notice and cut.
Good.
So I rather relax than vibrate.
Yeah, your relaxing's much easier. Yeah. I'm going to post your notes. I just copied them onto Skype, so we won't lose them. And what was I going to say? I don't know. Anyway, you did great. Every lesson with you is great. And seeing the progress.
Thank you. It's so inspiring, and I feel very lucky that we've studied that lessons.
Oh, fantastic! Oh,
I cannot imagine.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I cannot imagine how I would catch up with that any other way.
Oh yeah, it would be difficult. So between now and next lesson, I'd like you, when you're practicing, to think, where is your American voice? It's all mental. So of course your Russian accent is very natural. But as for me, when I'm speaking Spanish, I get into that Spanish part. I get into that role. When I'm speaking Southern, it's a little more natural for me because I'm living in it right now. But when not with Southerners, I have to get into the part to be able. It's like in my brain, I find that spot. I don't know where it is in your brain. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's here. I don't know. To get into that area, where is it? There's an area in there. So to think about, how do I get into that role? So when you learn how to get into that role, it will slowly become more natural for you. So just think about it. Where do you feel it when you're trying to speak it? Where you feel it when you're trying to speak it, that's where it is.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
So for me, when I feel my like different accents right here.
Oh.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Want to go have some barbecue? I feel it right here.
Well, I cannot locate it yet, but I definitely feel switching the mode when I get to speaking American. So I can feel the difference, just how I feel, like how my face works and so on. But,
so just think about it, be open to it. You'll feel it. It'll come. You'll feel it. You'll know it. Okay? All right. Fantastic, dear. I'll see. Yeah. Thank you so much. You're doing great. I'll see you in a couple days.
Thank you. All right. Yep. Have a good one.
You
Yeah.
too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.